I haven't done comic reviews in a little while, so let's get back to business. Blackest Night 3. Here we go. Jeff Johns and Ivan Reis. And, yeah, they put together a story here that has plot twists you'd never see coming in a million years. Well, provided that you're a one-celled amoeba. Now, I am not a one-celled amoeba, so this was hard to read. Jeff Johns is very passionate about the DC Silver Age, and I understand that. I just wish he didn't write comics like it was the Silver Age, because the dialogue is just tough to get through, and there are just plot twists that, I mean, I see from page 1. Jen and Jason, now I'm not very familiar with the current Firestorm. I knew it's a black guy and a, let's see, she looks Asian here. I know what their makeup is, and I guess they're dating. I didn't know that. You know, oh, I love you, when are we going to get serious? Well, you know, hey, I got these other things. Oh, she's dead. You know, and oh, hey, what do you know? She's dead at the end of the issue. And, just the dialogue is tough to get through. And, I don't care about the zombies. Now, maybe, now the thing is, Jeff Johns in the past has proven himself to be a pretty good writer. Maybe he just likes writing stuff I don't give a shit about. Like, for instance, I'm not a big zombie fan, and I don't care about DC Silver Age. I'm a post-crisis kind of reader. So, yeah, let's put them both together. That's not something I'm really interested in. And so, I mean, hey, I'm glad everybody else likes it, but it's tough to get through. And then the indigo. There's indigo lanterns. There's fucking indigo lanterns. When are the plaid lanterns going to come into play? They come and explain everything, which makes a Bendis comic look like a Rob Liefeld comic. There's just so much dialogue, explaining, and not in an appealing way. And then the dead Firestorm, Ronnie, who he's supposed to be like real awful kind of dialogue-y, hey, ooh, he's real badass. And he comes across as a douche. I don't remember, I used to read him when he had his series in the 80s. I don't remember him being a douche. But that's just the way he's written here. And then he combines with Jason, and then they kill Jen. Of course, Jason can't do anything about it. And, oh hey, the dead villains prop up. Oh no, who didn't see that coming? By the way, why are the Justice League keeping a mausoleum of dead villains in their basement? Isn't that illegal? Isn't that wrong? Does the UN have Saddam Hussein buried in their fucking basement? Is Saddam buried in the White House basement? No, I don't know. I don't know. This makes me uncomfortable. I look at that and go, ooh, they do that? That's creepy. I don't like that. I don't know. 2 RAM chips? 1 RAM chip? I'm gonna give it 1 RAM chip. The art's nice though. Batman 691. The end of the Judd Winnick, Mark Bagley run where Two-Face invades the Batcave. And this cool-looking red and blue Batman is really Dick's, let's see, he's drugged and he's hallucinating, so he's Two-Face like this. All Two-Face did was just put on some Batman gloves that he saw. And, yeah, he beats the crap out of Dick, and then Alfred saves him. And then they decide to, after they beat him, they decide to close up the Batcave for good and ship everything out, since I'm going to be Batman forever. Ha 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 ha. I feel sorry for him. It's okay. Actually, this was a pretty good conclusion to a fairly mediocre story up until this point. So I give this one 4 RAM chips. I don't remember what the storyline was called. What was it called? 2 Nights, 2 Faces. I give the whole story 3 RAM chips, but this last issue was really good. 4 RAM chips. And Dick Grayson and Damian, number 5, where the issue turns to Scarlet, and we get to know a little bit of her backstory. She's turning out to be a fairly intriguing new character that's just kind of plopped up all among all this other crap that everyone's talking about, you know, with the Damian and Bruce Wayne being really dead and Dick Grayson taking over. Here's this interesting character that showed up, and unfortunately the art isn't very tight. This is Grant Morrison, Philip Tan. Tan does an okay job. The issue 4 was actually much better. It's not too bad. I get this one 4 RAM chips. I would have given this maybe 5 if the art was better. And, oh, here's Batman right here. Kevin Smith, thank you. Walt Flanagan. Batman, the miniseries, the Widening Gyre. Let's see, he's still being helped out by this goat guy who shows up. And, man, I love the references Smith puts into his comics. I know he's reading the same shit I am. Let's see, there's this one serial killer he's tracking down. What's this called? He's named Funland. This guy was in the Neil Gaiman Sandman story, the first story arc. No, the second story arc, Doll's House. At the serial convention. Cool, he's even got the same outfit. That is hilarious. I love it. Batman just barely saves her. And, you know, there's some cameos, too, of Toyman and Superman. There's, as always, a good Alfred scene. I think Kevin Smith writes a pretty good Alfred. And then Silver St. Cloud shows up, an old love reference. Actually, there's a cool reference to this terrific story that Rogers drew. Actually, it wasn't too long ago. And I like Silver St. Cloud, even though I think she has a stupid soap opera name. And they possibly might get back together, although, of course, we know that's not going to happen. And hey, Cornelius Stirk. Oh, I know Kevin Smith and I read the same fucking comics. Who hasn't really made an appearance since that comic book I mentioned, actually, way back in Detective Comics, I think like in 1990, 1989, or 88, I think it was. He's popped up and being mentioned every so often, but he rarely shows up. And oh boy, what a great conclusion to this issue and a nice cliffhanger. I love it. This is 5 wrap chips. And lastly, here's Wonder Woman 36. Gail Simone and Aaron Lopresti. And yeah, she kind of looks like she's breaking up with Thomas here. And she's kind of feeling so low, she ends up having like a girl-to-girl talk with Giganta. It's pretty funny. And they talk about their problems, and they actually decide to team up at the end, taking on her past people. Actually, the Amazon's now led by Achilles, and there's an interesting scene where he proposes marriage. I should really mark these. He proposes marriage to I can't remember her name. How you pronounce her name? Well, the bald chick that's trying to kill Wonder Woman as well. She's really putting together, I'm talking about Simone, she's putting together some interesting things for future stories, and I'm curious to see where this is going. I like this one quite a bit, 4 RAM chips. Now, that's all I got right now, and push the button, Lindsay.